Every time I start something, I quit. Hi guys! So I made this video in order to show people how to plan for conflicts. I just had this thought that was really scary the other night. Every time I start something that I'm not very motivated on, I quit right in the middle of it, and in my own head, I thought that I was just like, how is this project any different? But because of these projects, I felt as if like my behavior, my characteristic of, or my past of me giving up on all these projects meant that I wouldn't be able to finish the project that I set my mind to. And then I was thinking to myself, and I realized that my thoughts of just doubting myself and just making myself feel just like I won't be able to do it wasn't going to get me there. So I needed to change those mindsets. One of my first thoughts that came up to mind when I was thinking that I had all these projects that I didn't get anywhere with, and why is this project different? This project is different because I have been really scared to pursue this because it's been my dream for a long time. This project is important to me because it allows me financial freedom. This project is different because it's a way for me to actually get there without depending on anyone else. And this project is different because it depends on me, solely on me, to make it happen. While I'm reminding myself all these things, I also came up with a strategy of what I was gonna do if I was feeling these thoughts again. I came up with 5 barriers that I think were the most important things that would cause me to quit YouTube. So the first one is I would be too tired. I would be too tired to do the work. I realized that most people don't make it. Like, most people don't monetize in 1 month. So I'm going to have to get a job, and that's a hard reality, but if I want to actually pursue my dream, that's something I'm gonna have to do. But one of the things that I'm really want to try doing, and I believe I can do it, is I want to actually be monetized by 1 month, and I'm gonna try posting as many videos as I can so I can get monetized. So if I'm tired, I'm gonna ask myself, why are you quitting just because you're tired? This question goes really deep because it makes me think about all the things that my mind tell me, and how like it shows me how self-deprecating my mind is to myself, and just like stopping me from doing all these things that I really want to do. So because of that, I'm gonna ask myself this question, and I'm gonna ask myself this question, and then I'm gonna get to the bottom of why. And by the time I get to the reason of why, I will have realized the reason I actually want to quit is because it's too hard and I feel like I can't make it. And all these thoughts are from me and just like disbelief in my own self. And these are thoughts that I need to change in order to actually get where I want to be. So 2, no time. If I'm gonna get a part-time job or full-time job, I'm gonna probably be really busy, hence the no time, hence too exhausted. So I will sometimes have to reevaluate my schedule and see where I'm spending all my time. Third one is food issues. I have a lot of food issues because of the way I grew up. So this one, I'll just have to prioritize some time to cook on the weekends or something like that. And this is like a little lookbook for me of like, I created a spreadsheet of the things that I needed. So it looks like that. It's really plain and it looks really boring, but I just like felt like this was me, and I just wanted to make it simple, and this was something that I always look back on if I need the help. So I felt like this spoke to me. So that's why it's so simple. So the fourth one is my fourth barrier is scared and just judging myself, which is the same as like not the right mindset. I would ask myself why I'm doubting myself. It's a very deep-rooted question, and it gets to the bottom of all my beliefs of like why I feel like I can't make it. And because of getting to the bottom of this belief, And because of my self-reflection, I'll understand that the reason why I don't believe in myself is the way I was brought up. Then I'll keep going, because I was always taught not to believe in myself. And I'm gonna break that. The fifth one is judgments. The judgments that other people have about me when I tell them about my project really just makes me feel sad. I listen to other people's judgments a lot more than I listen to my own judgments because of how I grew up and my background. So because of that, I want to make sure that I'm picking out the reason why these judgments are hitting me harder than what other people that like I don't really know is saying to me, because these judgments that I have are people that are really close to me. So it's gonna be myself asking these questions of, why are these people's opinions so important, and why do you feel like you shouldn't pursue your dream because of their opinion of you? So I came up with like a list of things what to do if I'm having these problems. I feel like just having the skill of just listening in and tuning in on yourself and coming up with these solutions to your own problems will really help you in finding who you are and just helping you solve your own conflict. Because sometimes asking other people like what to do is just, it's really hard. Like when you're trying to get validation from someone and they don't really know how to validate you because they were never taught how to validate, and it just feels like even more disheartening when like someone just like invalidates you even though you were seeking validation. Kind of like if the son tells their parents that he's gay and the parents just like instantly disown him. He was invalidated and he was seeking approval. So I feel like there's so many other different conflicts that could just help you just figure out a solution to these problems. So I'm just gonna list a few. So here's 5 situations that I feel like I have like endured before, that I feel like these all have solutions, so I just want to state them. So the first one is having 2 jobs and not being able to figure out the best one to take. I think the solution here is to work on a pros and cons list, and in order to figure out like which job actually suits you better, and then think about why, and then think about which job actually speaks to you. And also while you're doing that, make sure you come up with solutions of like your conflicts of why you can't take this job, or why you can't take the other job, or why like whatever's happening. The second one is trying to move out of the home but not being able to work due to lack of transportation. I feel like when there's a will, there is a way. It's basically saying if you want to do it, then you will find a way to do it. I have always felt like transportation has been a barrier in my life, but I have, over the years of just like seeing other people just deal with like driving transportation issues, I have noticed that like people can actually live without having a car. And if that's your life, sometimes you just have to work with it, and you can figure out solutions to that, like walking, maybe getting a bike from someone, stuff like that. Third one is feeling like you don't have the proper equipment to exercise at home. I feel like this one is really straightforward, because if you don't have like the proper equipment to buy stuff, well, you have your body, you have your arms, you have like your legs. You can do all these exercises with your body and your arms and stuff that'll keep you going and get you to a certain point until you can save up to actually get some equipment. The fourth one is feeling helpless with parents because of lack of compromise. I feel like whenever there's a situation with parents, it just gets really complicated, and especially when you're living in the home. So sometimes I feel like you just need to walk away from the situation and then come back to it. A fifth one is feeling sad and need mental health counseling, but your parents won't let you get therapy. So I feel like nowadays there's so many resources online that can help you with therapy that you don't even need to pay for therapy sometimes. Like when you pay for a therapist, they'll like specialize, they'll know you, they'll be more familiar with your problems. But there's hotlines, there's suicide hotlines, there's like several hotlines that you can call when you need to talk to someone, and that can be therapy. If you need to talk to someone, you just need to talk to someone. But I feel like at the end of these, like there's all these solutions to all these problems. I feel like if I give you all these solutions, you won't be able to fix them yourself. So I really want you to look into yourself and figure out these solutions yourself. Like just figuring out different creative, better ways to get around with transportation. Figuring out like who has maybe a bike for you, or just like being able to figure out like how long it takes to walk to work, or getting a job that's near your house. So there's like so many solutions to like a lot of problems, and I feel like a lot of people kind of just, because they don't have the right mindset, they have a really hard time with like as soon as they feel a barrier, they just stop, because it's just so hard to fight sometimes. And I totally understand that. And I think that, well, I wouldn't be here today if I didn't fight. And if I didn't fight for my life, if I didn't just work really hard towards my goals. So I am just really proud of you for being here and working towards your goals. Have a good day.